Dude, the world is right now. So everything's really terrible, and I don't like it. I don't like it. I don't like it one bit. What do we do about it? Do we sit in our weird hammock chair and do we just scroll the internet? Yeah, that's what we've been doing for the past like 5 days. Or we could do something that's for somebody else. That actually made me feel better to like do something for somebody else. My revolutionary idea, what is it? I decided I wanted to make little miniature things and put them in people's stores and not tell them. I don't know. I was just thinking, wouldn't it be nice to just bring someone you don't really know that well a little bit of joy? Just like a little bit of happiness, and let's do it. Let's just bring somebody a little bit of a little gift of happiness. So what does that mean really? Well, there's this store in town that I know of and they're very cool, nice people. So I thought I just want to make something that's miniature version of one of the cool things they have in their store and then just set it in front of the other product. The other piece of this is that I will never know what their reaction is. I won't know. It could be that they think it's insane or dumb or weird, but it could be cool. Maybe they'll post on social media and they'll like try and figure it out who did this. What weird person who comes into stores and makes little miniature things of the things in the stores and then drops them off secretly and tries to film it without being noticed. The whole entire process is kind of insane. So I'm not sure how it's going to go. We're gonna make some stuff. The first thing I'm gonna do is check out the store's social media. Okay, come on, are we going? Let's go. So one of the first things I was thinking here was I could go down to the store, drive in my car, go to their place, but I thought maybe they have some kind of merch or something on their social media. So I went to their social media page and I found these cool cups, and I thought I'm not very good at air dry clay pottery, but perhaps I could make this tiny little mug. I've tried several times to make tiny mugs, and it never quite comes out right. It looks like, like a 12-year-old made it, like, or I mean, that's maybe being mean to 12-year-olds. Maybe like a 7-year-old made it from pottery class. And look, when I was in high school, I took a pottery class with it was like part of my senior year. My senior year was made up of a lot of classes that probably were maybe joke classes. No offense to the pottery and the craft class because I love pottery and I love crafts, and obviously I've used that. I've used that a lot more than I have used calculus. I don't even know if somebody showed me a matrices, I would. Honestly, I don't even know if that's a part of calculus or algebra 2. Anyway, let's go back to the go back, which was the crafts and pottery class that I took my senior year. And Miss Woolley, who was my teacher, she was a real card, a real cut up, and the stuff that I made in that class, I think back on it and I'm like, that was so bad. It was just so bad. I remember I made this planter box that none of the edges were straight. It all like caved in on itself. Not something a senior year, this 18-year-old, an 18-year-old made this, and it's not something an 18-year-old should have made. Yeah, anyway, so I'm making a cup here, and hopefully it'll be better. You know what? I'm going to say one thing about Miss Woolley. She did draw on my head once. So, I don't know about that. She was maybe too much of a cut up. Too much. Maybe I was bad at pottery because she was too much of a card. She was too much of a character. I used to give her a lot of guff and a lot of trouble. I was a little bit of a sarcastic troublemaker in high school. So after you've had everything painted and now it's just gonna dry, you go outside and the guy you live with is like, "Hey, I'm trying to rebuild this house. What are you doing? You're making a tiny little mug? Oh, I'm trying to rebuild this whole house. Can you maybe help me for 5 seconds?" I was like, "Sure, what do I need to do?" He's like, "Just hold this and I'll take this hammer staple and staple all this stuff in." And I was like, "Oh, I can do the hammer staple." And he was like, "Sure, can you?" And I did it a couple times, and I was, it was kind of crazy. I was so pro at it. I was so good at it. I can't even, I'm not even doing this part right. That's not even straight. It's not even straight. Oh boy. I try though, I try, and here I am saying to him, "It's not straight." Anyway, if you do that, you come back into your tiny little mug and you feel like, "Am I doing anything in the world? Am I really helping anyone?" I have no idea. I spent a lot of time practicing writing the font for this mug. I was kind of, it was so tiny, and I had to write it. So I even got a tiny little Sharpie pen to write on it, and it was hard. It was really hard to write so small. I don't know if my hands are just getting older or what. They just were like, "Ugh, I don't like writing so tiny." They didn't like it at all. And I had to go with it. I had to just go with it because sometimes you got to say, you know what, I'm not going to write tiny little handwriting on mugs professionally, so perhaps we can just bust through this and write this. And this is what they look like. I think they're pretty cute. Yeah, you're not going to find them at Heath Ceramics, but I might have got an A in Ms. Woolley's art class. So we're going to put some gloss on these, and now they got to dry, and we're going to take them over. Well, today's the day. We're taking a little mug, and we're taking it over to the magazine store. They're having an event there where people are drinking coffee. So I'm hoping that these little mugs will be out and a lot of people will be distracted. The worst case scenario is that they're front and center and everybody's around them, which might happen. Okay, here we go. So here we go. We're on our way in. I'm going to sneak this little mug in. I got to tell you, sneaking this in and like getting footage of it was really, really hard. And you'll see, my footage is so bad. And it wasn't until we left that I thought, oh, someone could hit this little table and then that mug could go flying and no one would ever know and no one would ever see it. And that would be the end. And yeah. So anyway, here's the finished tar paper of that house. It's just the next day. And I was hoping, because the High Desert Times woman who runs the store, Liz, she's very active on social media. It's literally just her almost every time I go into the store. I think I've seen another person working there maybe once. So this is like a really, really small business in a small desert community. You love to support a small business, especially when the person who runs it is just like the nicest person in the world and so friendly and just excited about reading and books. When I went in there, I couldn't have any audio on the track because it's music playing. They were talking about going to the library and the benefits of the library. Just great people, just good people, just great people. Okay? You just want to help out good people and you just want to make good people happy. I'm on their social media. I might have got a little sneak peek this morning, a little sneakeroni, and I saw that there was a little something posted. So we're going to look at it. She posted this morning, and it's our little cup. Isn't that so cool? Okay, so it has a little picture of the cup. I'll post it here. And it says, "Who made this?" Emoji. "We love you. Thanks to whomever left us this tiny, beautiful baby coffee cup at the shop yesterday during the Desert Roasters coffee pop-up. It warmed our hearts." Like exactly what we wanted to happen. It just gave like a little bit of joy, just like a little bit of happiness. Ah, is there anything better in the world? Cookies are good. Cookies are pretty good. She put a little coffee bean inside of it because they did have this big like coffee pop-up yesterday. And a little picture, a better image than I captured because I was trying to capture it secretly, of the mug, the full-size mug with our tiny mug next to it. And that's here. I don't know. I loved it. Should I ever tell her? I don't know. I'm going to post this on the internet. Maybe she'll see it and she'll know. But I don't know that I'll ever tell her. I want you guys to tell me. What do you think? Should I tell Liz from High Desert Times that I made her tiny little coffee cup? I don't know. I need two things from you in the comments. One, tell me if we should tell Liz from High Desert Times that we made this little thing for her, or should we always keep it a secret? Two, I need to know what business should I do next? Who should I do next? Where should I go next? Want to be a part of this like miniature, I don't know, mini, it's like yarn bombing, but not right. So like mini secret admirer gifting. Help me out come up with a name. That's the third thing you need to do. Help me come up with a name. Until next time, let's make a little bit of happiness.